All right, here we go. Welcome everybody to Founders Live PDX online virtual experience. How cool to be back in this new capacity. With me, of course, is Nick Hughes, founder and CEO of Founders Live. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Josh. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Excited. I think that's the word. Now, I know both of you come equipped. Actually, I need to refill here a little bit, but cheers. I invite everybody who is who's online right now, grab a drink if you don't have one. Tell us what you're drinking. Throughout the evening, you can leave messages on the live feed, essentially, on YouTube, right next to this stream. You'll see the chat section. So I'd love to know who's on the line and what you're up to, what you're drinking. First order of business. So I think the first thing we're going to do, we're going to jump straight into our entertainment, which will go from now until 6 o'clock. From 6 to 7 is our pitch competition. And then after the winner is announced and gets to speak a little bit more, we go into our networking on Zoom. From 7 to 8, we'll provide all the information. In fact, you have a number of links already in the description section below this video, this stream. So let's bring our artist, Drint.
Hi.
To the stage. Hello, and his pal Alejandro on guitar.
How's it going, everybody?
How's it going? So, Drint, here's what I know so far about you.
Okay.
You are in Austin, so it's kind of cool to have a performer in Austin streaming live. You're from Alabama, correct?
Yes.
But you grew up in Houston.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that. Tell me about your roots and how you got to where you are right now.
Yeah. I'm an Austin transplant originally from Alabama. I moved to Houston when I was 11. So I kind of have roots in both of those cities, really. Both of those, Houston really made me who I am, and living in Alabama really made me who I am. So I really consider myself from both. And I kind of got my roots musically in Houston, to just kind of show choirs and YouTube, and I learned how to songwrite, and I learned how to create melodies and put things together in Houston. So that's why that city always has that special kind of place to me. I moved to Austin about 3 years ago, and from Houston. So boom, 3 places.
Cool. That's quite a trajectory. We are looking forward to your performance. I know you're going to do, I think, 3 songs, if I'm not mistaken. And then for the last bit of the half hour, we'll ask you about, your journey as an entrepreneur, as an artist, what the world is like for you these days, especially. So we'll talk about it at the end. But tell us about the first number you're doing. What's the first song?
Cool. This very first song is called First Choice. I just recently put out an EP back in February called Don't Save Me. It is the very first track on this on the EP. Tells a story of wanting to be someone's first thought, first everything, that jealousy that comes with that, and that rage that comes with that. This is his first choice.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
I call you, temptations rising, sit in your smile, baby, the way you look at me, eyes tell your soul, your soul. So far we've come, selfish, give me more. Don't let me second time. I just wanna be the only one you need. I wanna be your first choice. I'm trying to be your first choice. The first one that comes to mind. The first one you know that'll get you right. The first one you text, cause you know I do it best. No coming up short, I don't have to try. So far we've come, selfish with me. Don't let me second tonight. Hey, I just wanna be only one you see. Wanna be your first choice. I'm just trying to be your first choice. Yeah, I just wanna be the only one you need. I wanna be your first choice. I'm just trying to be your first choice. Break it down now. Hey. Yeah. Said I just wanna be. Every second tonight. First choice. It's
very, very cool.
Thank you.
Great
Shout out
beat.
Alejandro. That guitar part in the original song is this man right here. So
Yeah.
Little Rock.
Yeah, nice. Excellent song. Excellent. Tell me about the next song you'll be playing.
This next tune is called "Make Your Body Say." It tells a story of love, sexual liberation, and not just sexual liberation, but body liberation, and being yourself, and loving your body, also loving your partner's body, and just what happens, that magic that happens when it happens. You know what I mean? It's called "Make Your Body Say."
All right, right on. Let's do it.
Baby, hey. I've clocked out, my day's done, and I'm waiting for you to come over. Say I'ma keep you money until the other morning. That's okay. Yeah, until I wanna make your body say. I'm trying to make your body say, baby. I wanna make your body say. I need to make your body say, baby. Break it out. Hey. Now we're here, no clothes. I've never been this speechless before. See, I can sense you yearning for some real good loving. Love wins tonight we equal. I wanna make your body say, hey. I wanna make your body say, baby. sing to make your body say. I wanna make your body say. Everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Honey, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 Listen, hey. Tonight I'm gonna love you crazy. Cause you're out of this world. I love you crazy. Cause you're out of this world. I love you crazy. Cause you're out of this world. I love you crazy. And I'm gonna make your body say, I'm gonna make your body say, I'm gonna make your body say, and I'm gonna make your body say, one more time singing, hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 yeah. Baby, hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Baby, hey, 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 yeah. Baby, hey, 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 yeah. Make your body say. That was fun.
Guys, pretty awesome. I wish you could get a round of applause. I'm going to give you a little applause here. It's, you know, I like to come on.
Yeah.
Because, again, dead silence is so hard for musicians, right? So I'd love for our audience, pop in some comments. I know some of you are already saying how much you're enjoying the music. Let us know about it. We'll post the messages. You can see one up right now. Anyhow, your next song, tell us about that.
This next song is the title track, actually from my EP, Don't Save Me, telling the story of guys, but not just guys, girls and people not feeling like they have to be taken care of and not be protected, and how sometimes it's just hard to show people that. And this is kind of this was my rebellious tune to be like, I'm good, I can handle myself, and I don't need your saving. I don't need you to help me.
Yeah.
This song encapsulated this really, really well.
Gotcha.
So this is Don't Save Me. Hey, oh, hey. Boys like me are sensitive creatures who claim that we won't love, but if it's shown to run away. Boys like me don't wanna commit, we just wanna mess around. So baby, are you down? 'Cause I'm down. Don't save me. Don't save me. Don't save me. I don't wanna be saved. Hey, hey, hey. Don't save me. I don't wanna be saved. Don't save me. Don't save me. Hey, hey. Boys like me just need somebody that doesn't get too close. 'Cause if you do, you see our flaws. Boys like me don't wanna be loved. We much rather have the drugs. by you. And oh, baby, don't take me. I don't wanna be sick. Don't take me. I don't wanna be sick. Don't take me. I don't wanna be sick. Oh, don't take me. I don't wanna be sick. Don't take me. I don't wanna be sick. Don't take me. I don't wanna be sick. Break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down now. Said I don't want you. Said I don't need it. Hey, 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 hey. Don't take me. Don't take me. Don't take me. I don't wanna be sick. Don't take me. Don't take me. Don't save me.
Man, that was incredible. You guys, I love, yeah. Yeah. I love your voice, man.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I love the guitar. How'd you guys meet? I'm curious. Let's dive into that a little bit. How did you form this duet band?
Oh, so I moved here 3 years ago. I put an ad out on Craigslist, and I met a producer here named Marshall Moon. He was kind of the spearhead of the initial kind of sound and the first batch of songs that you hear now and that you could hear on the record. And that's how I met Alejandro, through Marshall. And pretty much a lot of the guitar parts on the record are from Alejandro. And we kind of just meshed well. I asked him to play a show with me. I think one last free week, like 2 years ago, he came on, and he's been there ever since. And he's just always got it, and his energy is always great. You know, I don't know if he has a different story, but
yeah. Well, like he was saying, I was introduced to him by this producer in Austin named Marshall Moon, which he's fantastic, incredibly creative guy, and doing a lot for the community here. And he was auditioning for another band that I was in, and you know, he just heard my playing, and he was like, he pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, I know you're with this artist," which was Sam Houston Black Odyssey is the group I'm in. And he was like, "But there's this artist I really want you to meet that I think you would just absolutely do excellent with his music with." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, man, let's see it." And it turned out it was Drint, and immediately, like, just, you know, as you could hear on the video and everything, his voice was just immaculate and such like a genuine, soulful, kind of like transparent kind of voice, and it just spoke to me, and so soulful, it's just fell into place. So yeah,
that's great. That's great. And you know, as we, and I explained this to you, Drent, you know, this is a slightly new model that we are utilizing going forward, and bringing in music talent. And I love it because, you know, look, entrepreneurs or musicians are entrepreneurs as well. You have a art and you have a craft, but you have to figure out how to grow it and build it. So how are you approaching your craft in this time that is very difficult, and you can't play in person, and that's partly why we're doing some of these things, but how are you approaching it when it's totally changed?
I think for me, it's just kind of figuring out different ways to craft it. You know, this time has allowed me to learn how to play piano, learn how to write, you know, think deeply about what I want to say next, and kind of just figure out what I want to do and going forward as an artist. And so I think that's kind of how I focus my craft now and focus my time now, is just planning, you know, and just sharpening my craft, learning how to, you know, learning about my voice more and learning how to control it more, and this things I didn't have the time to do when I was just like performing all the time and working all the time. You know what I mean? So this is granting me that approach to my craft, which has been like very refreshing for me to just sit down and like actually learn more about artistry. It's such like I don't get to play out, you know what I mean, like that, which I like feed off of and I love. But it's just a refocus, you know what I mean? And I think that's it's fine.
So what do you see in the mid or near to midterm for musicians and bands and artists playing live music? When will we see that again? When will we gather in a small contained room to hear people like you play?
Wow. Hopefully soon. Probably not this year. I feel like January would be the time. Just because I don't know, especially for like an intimate setting, I think that'll probably be the first thing. Like we'll do some intimate settings, like 20 to 25 people, and then we'll kind of ease back into it. That's the way I feel. So I would say January. Would you say the same?
I would say roughly that time frame too. I think a lot of it kind of depends on as what they keep on finding out about this whole virus and everything. But I think if people wore masks, I know masks is a pretty effective route. Social distancing, masks, and temperature checks. Maybe as early as December or something. But
we'll see. Hey, I'm a music buff. I absolutely love live music, and we do this because we can't get the real thing in person. And so appreciate you joining us, and whatever we can do to help. That's what we're here for. Excited. Hey, I told you this before, but I'll be in your part of the country here soon, and we'll hang out. So I can't wait to see you for that,
dude. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hey guys, a real blast having you, but we are lucky to have you back in about an hour. During the voting part of the event. We're gonna have you come back on, do another song. So it's not goodbye yet.
Cool.
All right. I'm gonna take you off the connection, and we'll see you about an hour from now. All right. Cool. Thank you so much. All right. Well, onward and forward here. What do we got? Well, I want to just say for those who are online now and might have missed the entertainment, welcome to the pitch competition portion of the evening. What we have ahead is a little bit of intro from Nick and myself. Nick Hughes, of course, who founded Founders Live. I always say about 6 years ago. Is it 6 years ago, Nick, or so?
Yeah, it was March 2014.
There you go. So we'll both be talking to you a little bit. We'll bring up some sponsors. We have a full house today in terms of pitching companies. The crowd will vote for the winner. And then afterwards, we will head off to Zoom for some networking and breakout rooms. So a lot going on this evening. Should be a lot of fun. There are a bunch of links below this stream in the description here on YouTube that will give you information that you will need as we move forward. But we will sort of echo things as the evening progresses. I think what I'd like to do now is, I would like to share my screen, if you would allow me for a second. And there we go. And I'm going to play for you guys the updated promotional video for Founders Live that we just recently produced, my company's Energy Films, having been lucky enough to shoot it by the middle of February before everything hit. And so fortunately, we were able to secure the footage, and now the video is released. So here we go.
Okay, Josh, do you just looking at things, do you see your share screen? Are you seeing that yet?
I see it, and I'm about to share it. Okay. So
there you go.
Here we go. Actually, there we are. Okay. I couldn't see it. All right. Few adjustments. Bear with me, guys. having 1 second.
Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources, the capital, and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer, given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. Education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Love that video. Love that video, Josh. You're responsible for it, and you know, just to let you all know that
Higher learning was
you know,
mission to
I am
teaching and learning world languages to a higher level.
Oh boy.
Digital content.
Okay. Talk about.
Designed to make teaching.
yeah. We'll let's do this. You got it. All right, Josh. So you were responsible for that video. I just want to let everyone know that we filmed that kind of like late January, early February, and that was before the coronavirus and before the pandemic. So it actually was weird that we were able to, you know, put all that together when in reality, like, we hadn't even hit a pandemic yet. We just had all this content and we decided to, you know, piece it together in a new way. So thank you, Josh. That was awesome. You guys did a great job on that.
Thank you. I'm sure you can hear this thing going on in the background.
Yeah, you probably have an play on YouTube or something of that nature, or on your video.
Issues getting rid of it.
All right, here. I'm going to go ahead and just jump in. I'm going to walk through my slides, and you can take care of that. All right. Okay, so everyone, welcome to Founders Live. I want to share with you some thoughts here. It's an important time. I'm so happy to be here for Founders Live PDX, Founders Live Portland. Again, you can see you got some. Please, this is a YouTube link. Share this out. Get your friends and family watching this. We're excited for that. Founders Live is the ultimate entrepreneurial experience and virtual pitch competition. Before I get into a lot of the things that we're going to touch on, a little bit of overview, I just want to share with you what's on my heart, because this is a difficult time. This is a time of many questions. This is a time of economic downturn. This is a time of health issues, but this is also a time of some serious social issues that we are really starting to wrestle with right now. And this is near and dear to Founders Live's heart. And I think the question that we want to think about, or the question that is being asked, is, does everyone deserve equal opportunity to be successful and create wealth? Everyone. And unfortunately, well, fortunately, I say damn right we do. Damn right we do. But unfortunately, the problem is the status quo is not necessarily aligned with that idea. There are groups of people, there are organizations that simply put, don't act in that way. And I'm going to tell you right now that Founders Live commits to creating equal opportunity for all. This is something that we started to really look at years ago, but it's become very, very important in the recent times. And I can tell you that words are cheap. You're hearing and seeing a lot of emails or messages from companies, but actions speak volumes. Actions speak volumes. That's the only way we're going to solve this problem. When you think about entrepreneurs and you know, whether it's founders and funding or opportunities or even just successful companies, we are taking our part in making sure that that happens. So we announced this, actually, our diversity and inclusion concept and program, we announced this last fall, but it clearly is getting put in motion. So really our mission is creating a more diverse and inclusive community for entrepreneurs around the world. This is not just a United States issue. Clearly there's things happening right now, but this is globally. This is important, whether it's race, gender, orientation, other areas that people identify with. We believe that everyone has an opportunity to be successful. So if I'm going to list off just a few things I want to touch on: pitching and global exposure, podcast interviews, live stream interviews or highlights of companies, introductions to others, whether that's, you know, partners, you know, investors, other things like that, and then access to investors and funding. All this that usually and mostly white males get is for sure non-white and non-males also get with Founders Live. And we are putting much more focus on this now. And what I've learned recently is it's not just a matter of saying, you know, I know that I'm not outwardly racist or outwardly sexist to people, but it's much more about putting action involved. So that's what we're about. Just wanted to make sure that that message was clear. Now that I got that off my chest, I'm going to go through a little bit more of an overview of Founders Live and then come to the end here of my talk. But Founders Live is a global venue for modern entrepreneurs. We're around inspiration, education, and entertainment. Those are the three things that we are building around entrepreneurship globally. So we have a global social network. You can find that on founderslive.com. We also have these events. They were in person. We're now building out on the virtual aspect. The web version and the global community is, we're really building this homepage for the modern entrepreneur. You have great stuff, chats, videos, articles. You know, we have educational talks. It's absolutely there for you and helpful in every way. We have these monthly events now that they're live streamed globally, you know, virtually. But you see now, this is exactly what we're doing right now. Excited to go through this process and hear all the pitches. But this is the next generation of Founders Live. You're looking at performance. We just had an incredible performance with Drint. Man, that was amazing. We're going into the competition. We're going to see 5 great early stage companies. And then we're going to have some networking at the end. We're going to meet each other and we're going to be able to hang out and talk. Obviously not in person, but the second best thing. So our mission is to be the world's largest entrepreneurial brand around the world. We're getting there. What started in Seattle, Washington, where I'm from originally, is quickly expanding around the world. We've roughly reached about 60 cities before everything really twisted around and flipped over. But you know, we're about to launch our 60th city, Munich, later, probably in the next month or two. We're really excited about that. And now we're going back to all of our cities and revamping them in this virtual environment. So if you want this in your city or country and you don't see it yet, please reach out to us. Please reach out to me. We are expanding. We're excited. We want to highlight entrepreneurs no matter where they live, no matter what they look like, and no matter what they identify as. Lastly, and then we'll be done here, I want to touch on our core values. These are why we're growing around the world. Again, inclusion, what we call respectful authenticity. This is about being your authentic self, but more importantly, respecting others and theirs, which means everyone is included, which means everyone has an opportunity. That's the community I want to live in. Secondly is gather around the campfire. We're virtual, we're figuratively gathering around a campfire, but we're telling stories. You know, when I sit around a campfire, I love hearing stories from my friends and you know, just being entertained. That's what we're doing. As an entrepreneur, you have to find your story and figure out how to tell it so people will follow you. Thirdly, open the door. We ask to do great things for people without expecting a return. Trust me, it comes right back to you. Introduce them to someone that they don't know. Do something that, hey, look, I'm just going to do this for you. Don't worry about it. Do great things. It will come back to you. But more importantly, that's just the best way to live. And lastly, no name tags. Clearly, you're not wearing a name tag right now, but this is one just around, especially when we're in person. We really just focus on having more fun. We believe business should be fun and not being awkward and stiff and stingy. So that's a fun one. But those core values are holistic around the world, and they're absolutely the best. I love them, and I love what the community has been built already around that. So I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone watching, and thank you to Josh. Thank you to Drint, and excited to be here, and I'll be hanging out. All right, Josh, you're on mute, so you might want to take yourself off mute. There you go.
Yes, there we are. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Going into a couple technological issues here, but I think we'll be all right. Thanks for carrying things for me there. Appreciate it.
No worries. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I will just quickly turn to my slides. Yeah, let's do that. I'll talk a little bit about couple things that are going on, mainly focused on our great sponsors this evening. And thank you to all of you who are participating as sponsors. Let me walk through. AWS Activate is one of our big names. Amazon has been with us for quite a while. They are giving $5,000 in AWS credits to all participants this evening. So all pitching companies are walking away with that amount guaranteed. And a recent development, fairly recent development, is that now the winner gets $10,000 in value for winning the evening. So very cool. Nice amount. I know people have enjoyed the $5,000 very much in the past, and certainly to get double the amount for winning is I think a big deal. Google Cloud for Startups is still with us. There's $3,000 in credits to all participants. And Nick, maybe you can help me out here, because I know that could be a bigger amount, rising up to 100,000 in value. How does that work a little bit, if you could explain?
Yeah. We're excited to still have Google Cloud for Startups as a great partner for Founders Live. And, they shifted some things in the last year. So it really starts at 3,000, but you graduate based on your usage and obviously working within them or like with your contact there, but starts at 3,000, but can definitely reach they mention upwards to 100,000 depending on the services you're using and how much you're growing and your needs. So Google Cloud for Startups is here for you. If you're using their products, they're there for you. So we love them.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Firebrand has joined as sponsor, a few months ago, earlier this year, I want to say. They have a 4-week program to help elevate your brand. So all participants this evening will get 10% off this 4-week program. The winner gets 20% off for winning the evening. Zenergy Films, that's my company. We've been sponsoring for a while. You saw the video a bit ago that we just refreshed for Founders Live, the new generation promo video. We are your full service videography partner. And what I have to offer this evening is I'm making a wider offering, all in attendance, whether you're pitching or in the audience. I'm giving a free 30-minute video production consultation, which means that we'll talk about your video needs, we'll explore possibilities together, see what might be possible, sort of create a roadmap. I'll write that up, send it to you, and then you use that for whatever purpose you want, whatever you decide to do with it. The winner gets a free 60-minute consultation. So the winning pitching company gets a full hour, plus if they engage with Zenergy, a free logo animation as well. So that is what Zenergy is throwing into the pot this evening. Graybox, many of you remember or know Graybox because we were hosting out of their awesome space for a number of months. They are still on board as one of our big sponsors, giving $2,000 in value of consulting services. And I do have Ben Parrish. There he is. Just found him on the line. Hello, Ben. How are you?
Doing well. Hello.
Good. I can hear you. That's always good.
You can hear me? Perfect.
Yes. So tell us about Graybox. Tell us about what you're doing for this community and what the winner gets.
Absolutely. So thanks for having me back again. I think we've been sponsoring for close to a year. We definitely miss having you in the office. We miss being in our own office, but hello from my home. So Graybox is a digital consulting agency. We have a few different departments. We have an e-commerce department. So if you're selling products online through Magento, BigCommerce, Shopify, things like that, we can help optimize your store. We do digital marketing. We can help bring you new clients across a lot of platforms. And we also do custom software development. So essentially, green pasture, build something from the ground up that hasn't existed. See a lot of great examples of a lot of those things through Founders Live. I actually just had a chance to contact with one of my first friends that I made there. First two, actually, Taki and Vish. Yeah, they were one of the first winners we dealt with, and they pivoted a few times, and now they've got a great software program. So yeah, feel free to reach out anytime, and we're thankful to be here.
Very cool. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us this evening and for your contribution. Really appreciate it, Ben.
Good to see you, man.
The next big sponsor this evening are our friends at Central Office, and they joined a sponsor a few months ago before things radically changed for all of us. I'm going to bring Caleb on board here from Central Office. Hey, Caleb, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So tell us what's going on at Central these days.
Yeah, we're so excited to see you guys back up. Can't wait for the future when we might all be in the same room again. And we're thrilled to be part of the community here in Portland. We're a Portland-based company. We are a co-working space. We definitely have changed due to the recent events, but we have our locations in downtown, Pearl, East Side, Hood River. We just opened our Lake Oswego location. It's officially open now. And then LA and Dallas. And then next year we've got Sacramento and Phoenix coming. So our main goal is to help create intentional communities in smartly designed spaces. And really the flexibility, is one of the things I love about what we have to offer. And that's meeting rooms, day passes, mailbox memberships, turnkey offices from 1 to 25 people. So we've got a lot of options for you. Recently, we've reduced our office sizes to make for better social distancing, a new safety handbook that our team worked really hard on, as much sanitizer, wipes, face masks, all from local sources, just to make sure that everyone's safe and healthy. So it's going to be a little bit getting back into a physical space, but we do have a free day pass for everyone that has signed up with their email, and then through the Founders Live. And then all the pitches tonight will receive a 1-month open membership. And then the winner is going to have a 3-month workspace, dedicated desk. So either myself or Ashley, who's over at our Pearl location, will be the one that you'll be in contact with. So we're excited to hear the pitches tonight, and we appreciate being here.
Awesome. Caleb, so great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. All righty. Let me take you off for a moment. And our last sponsor for the evening, last but not least, is Rational Unicorn. We've partnered with these guys in the same building as Gray Box earlier this year, I want to say, and then a lot happened since, and here we are. But so great to have all you guys still on board. That is fantastic. Founders, I really appreciate it. We have Joel from Rational, who will tell us a little bit about what they do, how they can help the community, and some of their offerings for companies pitching tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks, Josh. Yes, I'm Joel Corcoran from Rational Unicorn Legal Services. We're a law firm based here in Portland, Oregon. We focus on community business law for everyone in the community. We believe that legal services can and should be attainable, collaborative, inclusive, and connected. And we specialize in authentic, sometimes even magical support for startups, small businesses, nonprofit organizations, artists, and entertainers. And we're a certified benefit company. We offer free 30-minute consultations. Just go to our website, rationalunicorn.com, and you can make a request through our client portal and learn more about why we chose the name. And for our sponsorship tonight, we're developing a legal clinic for the Founders Live Portland community. Still working on the dates and the details, but we'll be putting this together in the next few months. And for anyone in the Founders Live community, it'll be $200. For anyone pitching tonight, it'll be $100. And for tonight's winner, it will be free. So thanks for your time. I'm looking forward to watching the pitches.
Yeah.
And, good luck to everyone.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joel. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the show. Oops, just cut him off. Sorry, Joel. All right. Well, that is the sponsorship portion of the evening here, introducing everybody. Nope, that is too soon. So let me stop sharing my screen. All right, so we're on to the pitches portion of the program. I'm going to bring Nick on again. Nick, any final words before we go into the main event?
Just really excited to see these pitches. For everyone watching, we will be voting on founderslive.com, and that's our social platform. You saw a QR code that we will show later that will take you directly to the voting. But if you want to get a jump start and you just grab your phone or whatever, go to founderslive.com, join real quick. That will speed up the process when we vote, because you're gonna need to get in there, and if you're new, you need to sign up real quick. And this is just getting in front of the boulder a little bit, you know what I mean? So during the pitches, just go to founderslive.com on your computer or your phone, get going real quick, and then that's how we'll vote at the end. But yeah, hey, I'm ready to go.
All right, very cool. Okay, so what's going to happen next? We're going to bring up each of our pitching companies. They will pitch each for 99 seconds. I will time them. I will stop them in 99 seconds. And at that point, they'll get 4 minutes of Q&A. So it's really important that you guys out there, when the pitch is done, plop in your questions for the Q&A portion into the comments section on next to this stream. And we'll be picking out questions and posting them on the screen, and these guys will be able to answer them. After the pitches happen, we will go into the voting, and then don't forget there's networking that's happening afterwards. As a reminder, once again, if you look below the stream, there's a series of links for voting. There's a link for Zoom, and I want to say real quick, Taki and Vish are on the line from Last Link. There's a link for that. Their technology enables people to connect better. So you don't leave this event not connecting and exchanging contact information with people. So check out that link, go connect, be part of that group, and then you'll be able to link up with people that you might meet later on the Zoom networking part of the program. So with all that being said, we're going to have Milton of Braction come on board. He's our first pitching company. Milton, how's it going? You'll need to unmute unless I need to do that for you. I don't.
Hello, can you hear me?
How's it going?
Doing well.
I can hear you. Good.
So I can share my screen.
Yeah, there's a bit of delay, but I think we'll be fine. How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
You're feeling fine. Okay, cool. All right, let's have you share your slides. So I want all participants to, as soon as you come on, share your screen.
Are you able to see my screen now?
I don't know if well, you know what? There you go. Okay, you are on. Okay, so perfect. If you are ready with 99 seconds on the clock, please begin.
Hello, I'm Milton, founder of Braction, and I'm here to tell you to please never feed rabbits in the dark, or else this may happen to you. You end up in surgery, strapped to a brace. You hate that brace. It's heavy, uncomfortable, won't stay in place. You rage quit, and you start a company to make a better brace for patients who also hated their brace. This is how Braction Stratos was born. Stratos takes bracing and support and comfort to a whole new level with combining a sleek, smooth design with a pillow-like feel, all while eliminating fitting and slipping problems. Unlike anything in the market, our patent-pending active air technology in Stratos uses electronic airbags that inflates and conforms to the curvature of your leg. It is fully adjustable to fit your comfort level and fitting needs. In the US alone, nearly 10 million people wear knee braces annually, and we're targeting the 10,000 surgeons who want to ensure better compliance and overall better recovery experience for their patients. We have a rock star team of innovators, and we're very confident that we'll deliver superior product to the market. My vision is to provide the best recovery experience for patients. If you know of anyone who is interested in learning more about how we're disrupting the bracing market, please reach out to us to connect. We're Braction, and we provide patients traction back to action with so much satisfaction. Thank you.
Oh, right on, man. Right on. 11 seconds left on the clock. Very well done. Very impressive. Nice ending too. It's like it was a nice landing. The way you just approached the runway.
Thank you.
Nice landing. Yeah. All right. So I know it takes a little bit of delay, I've been told, for questions to come through. I think that we may be starting to get some, but my question that I love asking everyone, and I got this from a gentleman months ago at one of the Founders Live. He used to ask this all the time. What do you need from us? What do you need from the community? Which is now not just PDX. I mean, I don't know where people are. I know several are not in Portland. You're getting a crowd that's all around the world. I mean, that's the eventual goal for Founders Live. But what do you want from this community?
Just support, getting the word out to people about what we're bringing up to the table here. And also for anyone who has any access to patients who are having knee troubles and pains, we love to actually get their feedback on our current product.
Gotcha. Okay. I want to see if I'm going to just post a question. Here we go. Why did you choose surgeons as your target customer instead of selling directly to patients?
Oh, that's a great question. We chose surgeons primarily because when you're injured, you don't really know what you need as far as care, and most patients rely on surgeons to do that for them. And that's the primary source where these knee braces that I got are generated from. Gotcha.
Well, Fatima said, great pitch, by the way, in a separate comment. Let me bring up another question. Is this designed more for post-op or for sports use?
Oh, again, a great question. So right now, it actually can be used for both purposes. And so one of the problems that you have with post-ops is that they're completely useless after about 6 weeks. But the way our system works is that you can combine the best of both worlds in this case. And with regards to getting back to more of a sports use utility for it.
Gotcha. You're a man who goes to the point. I get the sense that you like concise responses. Yeah?
Sure, yes.
Wordy. Good. All right, I got a twofer for you. Let me post that from Ben Parrish from Graybox. How are you sourcing the product, and what certification hurdles do you need to obtain for a medical device?
Really good question. So luckily we are a class 1 medical device here. And so we don't need to have any kind of FDA approval, only FDA clearance. And which means we don't have to don't have to go through the approval process to get the product out to the market. As far as sourcing the product right now, we're actually still trying to figure out that part in our development stage of how we're going to do that section of it.
Gotcha. I believe Sunny, and correct me if I'm wrong, from Rational Unicorn. Yes, I recognize the picture. Do you believe there will be multiple choices for patients post-op? My experience is the patient does not have a choice.
That is very correct. So we are aiming to do multiple options for fitting sizes. One of the issues that we get from surgeons and feedback is that one size fits all really means one size fits none. So we're trying to correct that with our design by offering multiple sizes for patients.
Let me get one more in here. Vish is actually one of the gentlemen that I mentioned from last link that we're using this evening. Nice pitch, as you can see. Could you talk a little bit more about your team?
Oh, sure thing. So I myself have a background in materials chemistry, and so I have a full frontal idea of what type of materials is going to be best for the skin and how those materials are going to have with regards to strength and holding up your support. I have my next teammate, Dan Miller. He has a wealth of experience in the medical device arena and also dealing with customer quality assurance. And Craig Isley, so he's actually a physical therapist himself and a businessman also. So he deals with patients who's had issues as well. So the entire design of the knee brace really combines our 3 strands together to make a really good product here moving forward.
Gotcha. Let's see one last one here. Also from pending.
Yes.
Okay.
We actually.
Quick question, quick answer. Okay. All right, Milton. Great pitch. Great responses, I thought, to the questions. Good luck on tonight. You may be up in a lot of competition. Usually we do. So, you know, if people, I'll give you a hand myself right now. Again, it's hard without an audience, but
sure.
Pop in a comment or 2 in there and let Milton know what you thought. So stick around. Voting will happen after the 5 pitching companies go. All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Go. It's the 4 minutes. All righty. I will take you off. And I've got Monica from Cardsmith. There she is. I know Monica from Poker Night here in Portland. What, 3 years ago? We hung out a little bit playing poker. And then I think we both, hold on, let me unmute you. I believe I have to unmute you. I believe and we went separate ways. I don't know if you came back. I didn't. I took a long hiatus. Wanted to come back, and then this happened. So go for it. Anyhow, how do you feel?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. Thank you.
Right. I keep forgetting to ask people to quickly make sure you share your Google slides right away as soon as, in fact, Ashlyn, you're going to be third, so make sure that you're getting ready to share your slides. There we go. Okay. I will put 99 seconds on the clock. And if you are ready, you may begin.
All right. Imagine you have a company and things are going great, but then comes a global pandemic. You've got to quickly come up with a response. And there are many dimensions to this problem. You've got customers, employees, public relations, and a whole lot of other things. This is a critical moment, and you understand how getting a diverse set of perspectives is key to coming up with the right response. So it occurs to you that what you need to do is get your team together to brainstorm solutions. And normally you'd use sticky notes on a whiteboard to lay out all of the issues and get everyone's perspective. However, you've sent everyone home. So how are you going to do this? Well, Cardsmith is the answer. It's not just for responding to a global pandemic. Cardsmith is great for any time you need to quickly get a group of people together to brainstorm, to map out solutions, or to do project planning. After all, it's expensive and time-consuming for everyone to travel to the same location. You can even include customers or advisors because Cardsmith is so simple and familiar, it doesn't require any training, and the tool doesn't get in the way of people's thinking. And Cardsmith is great for more than just brainstorming. You can use it for all sorts of agile or design thinking methods like user story mapping. You can use it for project planning and communicating how multiple projects fit together. So Cardsmith is helping remote teams of all sorts be more aligned, creative, and productive. You can sign up for a free account at cardsmith.co.
Look at that. I don't know if you heard the alarm. That is pretty amazing, Monica. It's rare that you hear just perfectly on the dot pitches. Did you practice this extensively?
I practiced a couple times today, yes.
Yeah, a couple times. So modest. All right. Well, let's start with my favorite question as we get some that are that start coming in. What do you look for in a community like Founders Live? What would you hope for out of from this audience?
Probably two things. One would be introductions to people like innovation consultants or agile coaches, because we can be a big solution to them. Now with the current situation, they can't be in rooms with their clients, doing the kind of work that we support. So that's one thing. And then on the other side is ideas or resources on developers that are a reasonable cost.
Okay. So I'm sure people are listening to you right now and going,
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll hope to, again, I think I'm mentioning last link a lot this evening.
Mm-hmm.
The link is provided in the description below the YouTube stream. I'd love for this crowd to check it out, because if there's potential there, which I think there is, you might be able to more easily connect with the people you just talked about. They can find you, you can find them. So I think it's a great way for us not to leave the pitches or the networking and go, oh, who was who? And then things get lost, So last link means to help with that. Let me throw up a question from Joe Barrett here. Do you have integrations with other software that does project planning type stuff?
We don't have any real-time integrations yet. That's one of the reasons I'm looking for developers, but we do have the ability to import data and export data via CSV. And we've got customers using Cardsmith in conjunction with things like Jira or Smartsheets or Asana, using that CSV import.
Yeah, gotcha. Nick himself says, great pitch, Monica. Several people have. How does this scale with a growing company pricing-wise?
So our standard pricing is $12 per user per month, and that's for collaborators. View-only users are free. And we do have enterprise pricing that we can do with volume discounts that take the price down if we get into like the 50 users or more.
Gotcha. This is Friendly Mackenzie T. I wonder if this is Theophan. I'm not sure. Can't tell. What are your most important differentiations, Monica? I mean, why would someone choose your product over a competitor?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'm talking to lots of people right now, and they're all telling me what they find valuable about Cardsmith, and it's simplicity. So we have competitors like Miro, which used to be real-time boards, Storm boards, some other products that do whiteboarding applications, and everyone says Cardsmith is simplicity. It's a very curated system, and you don't have to like futz around with the tool. It's limited on features, but that's a good thing, because then the tool doesn't get in the way of the real thinking work.
Let me see if, tell me one other thing you want to add to the mix. We'll end with that. What other point would you like to emphasize?
That's a really good question. Everyone always asks me, how are you different than Trello? And that's a question, I guess I would just say we're Trello without borders, right? Trello is very structured, and you can have lists and cards. And with Cardsmith, you can start in a very free form, unstructured way, just like your brain. Like adding structure too soon can actually inhibit the creative process.
Right.
So doing things unstructured, but then we can easily morph into a structured grid format where you can do sprint planning or, a project timeline or portfolio management and things like that. So we take you from that unstructured through to the structured in a very formative way.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. You're getting a lot of compliments. Great pitch. People are happy with your responses. So thank you so much. Bravo. Great presentation. So we'll take you off. Stick around for voting. And I'm going to bring Ashlyn on. Hey, Ashlyn, how's it going?
Pretty good. What about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Glad to see you again.
Yeah.
Tell me about your slides, if you can go ahead and share those so we can bring them
here. Okay, cool. You should have the slides up now.
Oh, there you go. Okay, on your end, yes. Wonderful. All right, with 99 seconds, you ready? Yeah,
yes.
There you go. Okay, so you may start.
Hi, my name is Ashlyn Gallagher, and today I'm going to be presenting my company, Diagnostics, formerly known as Identifi. We are focused on providing low-cost diagnostics that are easy to use, reliable, and provide patients a better survival outcome. As of today, the global diagnostic market is worth $45 billion and is steadily increasing due to the current COVID-19 pandemic. That means that current tests aren't universal. Since May diagnostics actually cost between $300 and $800, so patients pay out of pocket in order to receive a test, and many require a blood sample in order to run, increasing the rate of transmission, and they take days up to weeks to get a result back, and current tests are first come, first serve. So our solution was create paper diagnostic, and we did just that. Create a paper test strip that costs 50 cents to produce per test strip, has a response time under 2 minutes, and doesn't require electricity or refrigeration to run. And so the way that our test works is that a patient will use their urine sample, similarly to a pregnancy test, where a patient will put their test strip in their urine sample, hang the test strip vertically for 1 to 2 minutes, and the test is green. The patient is then advised to consult with their local physician for that type of disease. And so for validation, this is actually my high school science fair project where I tested 700 test strips with the Zika virus, which I divided into 7 trials and got 99% success rate for the overall detection of Zika virus. And our applications don't stop at Zika. We're currently looking to make a test for coronavirus, as well as expanding towards Ebola and HIV and AIDS. And our team is myself, Ashlyn Gallagher, I'm a second-year biophysics and biochemistry student at Oregon State University, as well as David Park and Shayla Rao. And our key advisors are Holly Ogle, Dr. Manoj Paste, and Dr. Amy Stone. Thank you for your time.
All right, excellent. You have it looks like 9 seconds left on the clock. Very nice, very nice. Tell me, how long have you been at this, Ashlyn?
Yeah, so this one was my high school science fair project, actually. So roughly 2 years since I was a senior in high school. I competed at a bunch of science fairs. I competed internationally with the science fair project at the Intel International Science Engineering Fair, where I won 4th place in the biomedical engineering category. And I was going to stop doing the project, but once I came to college, but then my parents pushed me after I got my patent on the actual test strip. And so I joined different accelerator programs at Oregon State University, where I've met a great group of collaborators as well as other entrepreneurs that have really helped me push this company. And actually, I just got the LLC for my company just this spring.
Nice. So you've gotten, obviously in your life, you've had a lot of support that's kind of pushed you along, right? And made you sort of rise to the occasion in a way.
For sure. Yeah. It's been fun. Yeah.
Very nice. Nick thought you packed a lot of info into 99 seconds, so well done. Several compliments here. I'm looking for questions from people as we wait a little bit more here. What are you hoping? Again, what do you wish for from this community? People hearing your pitch and absorbing this information.
Yeah, definitely. I think since we're in this crazy time of this pandemic, and kind of my market strategy is to help solve this testing issue so that people can be able to get tested right away. So to get something out of this group as we launch our website, we want to create a blog where we hear actually stories from people who have struggled with diagnostic testing, have tried to go to their local physician, they haven't been able to get tested. So just getting that type of support and hearing those stories so we can build this business, as well as getting other support in terms of the business world, because I'm a science student. I don't know a lot about anything with the business side. And so getting mentorship with that would be incredible as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick is asking, what is the go-to market strategy?
Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of iffy a little bit, since I just figured out who the target customer was going to be just this last winter, but it really delves into, we want to first bypass FDA approval. So doing something with the WHO pre-qualification pipeline, which bypasses the FDA approval for diagnostics. And so then we can then license out the product to another diagnostic company, which will then hopefully be deployed to resource limited areas.
Nate Miller, Does the 99% success rate include false positives? Is the goal to dominate testing for a certain disease first or expand the number of diseases tested for? There's a lot there. So what can you tell us about that?
Definitely. So the 99% success rate, that's not for false positives. Our false positive rate was about 2% for false positives. So the 99% success rate was just for how many tests were giving us true positives. And the goal for dominating testing for certain diseases, we want to try to optimize the test strips that's better for compared to other diagnostics out there before we start actually trying to figure out tests. I mentioned 3 different diseases that we're trying to expand for. So coronavirus, Ebola, and HIV and AIDS are hopefully our next diseases that we want to tackle.
Let's get one last one in because I think this is fascinating. What hurdles, from Ben again, what hurdles are there for getting this to market?
Definitely.
You haven't, just talk about hurdles specifically.
Yeah, it's definitely getting, actually getting the lab going. Since we're in this pandemic, it's a little bit hard to go to my college campus and go into the lab and begin testing again. So that's kind of the biggest market struggle right now, as well as trying to get more investors, since it is going to be a little bit more costly to try to combat different diseases.
There it is. There's the timer. That's 4 minutes allotted to you. Thank you so much. You did a fantastic smile. I'm telling you, great for pitching. Congratulations. Stick around, and we will get into voting real soon.
Sounds good.
Now, for everybody who is pitching tonight, I mean, I urge you, get that voting link out to your crowds. Get your people involved. Get them on here to watch. Let's get as much involvement as we can this evening. We're going to go on to our friend Hammond of PotMates. Great name.
Thank you.
There you go. That's that. Oh, there you are. Okay, perfect. Let's get this. Let's hide the question. PotMates was actually, I announced them through some of our emails and on the Eventbrite page. I wonder, and you guys can tell me through comments if anybody actually ordered from them for delivery prior to this event. We thought it was a great idea. I think we might have to push it out a few times until people do, but it would be fantastic if people ordered from you guys. So very much looking forward to your pitch. If you're ready, let me start you on 99 seconds.
Can everyone see my slides?
We can see them. You're good to go.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go.
Hello, my name is Hammond Potter. I'm the founder and CEO of PotMates. And PotMates is a cannabis home delivery service here in the Portland, Oregon area. And we are recently licensed, but it's been a long 3-year journey and tough getting to this point, having gone through an expensive and tedious licensing process. And then after that, battling the Corona pandemic. But nonetheless, we finally launched at 4:20 p.m. on 4/20/2020. And so I know what everybody's thinking is, Hammond, we can literally buy weed anywhere in Portland. And yes, that is true. But we are different because we truly focus on the customer experience. So from our beautifully designed and branded online shop to the curation of premium cannabis products, we focus on flat tiered pricing. And so that means that you can choose products based upon how you want to feel. And we have branded mood icons that kind of show you exactly the type of feeling and effects you're going to get from the various cannabis products that you buy from us. And so because we believe that everyone deserves safe access to cannabis, we don't charge any delivery fees or have any delivery minimums. So given today's environment and everything that's going on with all the events closed and the economy halfway open, we could really use your help in letting people know that we exist. We have a discount code, Founders420, which is our 420 discount, meaning you get 20% off your order and it's good for 4 uses. You can either use that yourself or share that.
Right. I'm gonna have to stop you. That's how it is.
Yep.
9 seconds, almost there. But we're always nice here at Founders Live. So Hammond, what were you saying there? Please finish your thought.
Sure. And so I was just saying, share that discount code out with friends and family. Also, please share our story out with your friends and family. And then you can follow us on our social media at PotMates PDX for Twitter and Instagram. Then also check out our website, potmatespdx.com, to see our beautiful online shop.
Hey, good question from Nick. What states are you available in right now?
We, by law, are only available in Oregon. So we do plan on expanding in the future, but right now we want to build a successful business operation here in Portland and then take it to another state.
Another one from Nick. Oops. Limits to amount of purchases. What are some limitations?
Yeah, so when it comes to flour, you can't buy more than an ounce. And then when it comes to concentrates like extractions and vape cartridges, no more than 5 grams. So basically 5 cartridges or 5 different types of concentrates.
Yeah, gotcha. Somebody's commenting that they like you, that the fact that you don't charge a delivery fee.
That is correct.
That was cool. Sonny says, great name. Have you thought about trademarking the brand?
I have, and actually we do have a trademark here in Oregon, and that was courtesy of our good friends at Rational Unicorn Servicing.
There you go. So Sonny's from there. So I take it you all know each other. Ben has said, is asking, do you have an existing client base yet, and what's your plan to grow it?
Yes, so we just launched it a few weeks ago, and we are growing literally every week. So we already have several customers that are repeat buyers. And then, we are constantly reaching out via social media and just word of mouth and always reaching new people. So that's mainly how we grow, is through word of mouth.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, let's just, another one from Friendly Mackenzie T. How do you compete with ease, if I'm pronouncing the name right? Why are people choosing you instead?
Okay, so one, Ease is no longer operating in Oregon, mainly because they originally, when they launched, they were a middleman. So they were kind of like PostMates, where they would go and pick it up from a dispensary and then deliver it to you. But that model is actually not legal in Oregon. And so delivery services are treated just like dispensaries. You have to have a storefront, whether it's customer facing or not. You still have to have all the same security setup that a normal dispensary would have. And so we're just like a dispensary, where we're just like a dispensary. We just don't have customers that come to our shop. We only deliver. So our shop is actually our online website.
Yeah, gotcha. I like this question from Nate Miller. I love your business. Does the potential of someone like Uber delivering weed pose a challenge? Is there a reason they won't move into this space?
Right now, they won't move into this space because it is not federally legal. And so for the big guys like Uber and whatnot, one, they're going to have to switch up their business model. They can't be a business. They can't be a third party's delivery. So they're going to have to decide, do they want to start to set up their own shops and be able to set up and deliver that way. So yes, they have the money to be able to do that, but right now they can't because it's federally illegal, which allows us to be able to establish our brand and get market share.
Gotcha. Let's get one more in. Are your prices, Monica herself's asking, are your prices comparable to dispensaries?
Our prices are comparable to dispensaries. So the thing that we focus on, though, is top shelf quality cannabis products only. So when you go to our shop, you're not going to see any mid-grade or low-grade stuff. It's all high quality. And so because of that, that allowed us to be able to pretty much have the same price on all of our items, which makes it easier for customers to shop. And then we have a smaller curated selection. So you don't have, 50 different strains of cannabis flower to choose from like you will when you go to a dispensary. So we keep our product selection limited. So that way it makes it easier for customers to be able to shop and decide what they want.
All right, Hammond, great job. I'll give you my clap here. You're getting a lot of nice comments on the stream here. Thank you so much. Stick around. We're going to get our final participant, and good luck this evening.
Appreciate it.
All right, we're moving on to last but not least, Megan. Hello there. Are you in Alaska, did you tell me?
I am in Alaska, yep.
Oh,
I just got here yesterday. Yep.
All right. So internet seems good enough. You were concerned a little bit?
I was, yeah, but now I am I am right next to the modem in the gym. So
okay, fingers crossed. Okay. Well, let's get going before something happens. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and share your slides.
Can you see it?
There you go. There you go. Okay. So,
okay, perfect.
If you're ready with 91 seconds on the clock, you may begin.
Okay. So 3 years ago, I started working at a fishing lodge in Alaska as a fish cutter. I quickly fell in love with ocean fishing and then fly fishing. Don't ask me how working 8+ hours per day cutting fish first fostered my love of fishing, but it sure did. I quickly, however, became frustrated by the lack of women-centric gear on the market. In talking to countless other women in different industries in fishing, I became validated in my frustrations. So I began RADDR. And we decided to start in fly fishing specifically. Women make up 31% of the 6.5 million anglers and counting in fly fishing. So we decided that we're going to make the best women's waders out there. And this is what these women right here are pictured wearing. So many women acknowledge that the fly fishing market is working to provide women-centric waders, but often misses the mark. From lack in durability to off-kilter fitting to just being lackluster in design, women want and would buy better. So our waders are designed to fit various types of women's bodies while working to improve on what women said was missing in current gear, while also adding a fun addition that current gear doesn't have. So here at RADDR, we have a vision to be the women's fishing gear company, but RADDR is about a lot more than just fishing gear. RADDR is about representation of women from all sizes, shapes, and backgrounds that aren't traditionally represented in this arena, and to do so by creating amazing gear. So representation helps people see themselves in the sport and break down the barriers that they have in their mind about who can fish. So hopefully we can get more women into the sport. So with that, let's start by making gear that is RADDR.
That is time. All right. Hey, almost. You slid into the finish line. That's pretty cool. I like it. Almost, yeah. Almost, All right, very cool. Yep. We're gonna put a few minutes on the clock here. What's been a big challenge for you? Tell us about that.
Yeah. I would say the biggest challenge for me was really starting where to begin, because I have a lot of different fishing, there are a bunch of different fishing capacities, like fly fishing, line fishing, ocean fishing, that all need women's gear. And so figuring out where to channel that passion, really where to start has been it's back and forth for a little bit. And we finally have kind of narrowed in on where we want to start to grow the company. We have a big vision, but we got to start somewhere.
So tell us, how can people find your products?
Yeah, so they're not out yet. We're currently developing prototypes. We're hoping to launch a Kickstarter and then by the end of this year, and then have a prototype out. Right now we have a very basic website, raddr.co, RADDR.co, so you can check that out. It's very basic. I'm working on updating it, but hopefully we'll have some more updates on there to come in the next couple months. So.
Why is it we can't update our own websites fast enough, huh? It's just,
I know.
There's something about that.
There's always, there's so much to do.
Yeah. Yes. From Ben Parrish, what does your product line look like now, and what are you planning to come out with?
Yeah, so right now it's really just pretty basic prototypes. So we have some tech flats that we're working with, and current gear that we're kind of altering, and then making up. So we're pretty in the beginning stages, but our foundational product is really just going to be that women's wader. So we're trying to figure out what the most versatile wader is to come out with. And then hopefully we'll be able to launch our Kickstarter with just offering different sizes of that wader. So it's just going to be a basic wader that's fun and women centric, and
From Nick, what's in the name? Tell us about the name.
Yeah, it's a really good question. I don't even really remember how exactly it started, but I've always just liked the word rad, because it just means it's just another way to say cool. And so I figured, since we're taking this gear and making it even cooler for women and really women centric, I figured why not name it RADDR? And we just took out the E because it sounds cool that way.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Hey, it's a cool name. It's a radical name.
Yeah, exactly. We're making gear that's RADDR. So
yeah. Nate Miller, once again, did you mention what they sell for? He thought he missed it. Did you mention pricing?
We did not. No, we don't currently have a selling point just because we're working to develop it. Because typically with waiters, I think the price range can be anywhere from like 170 to, I would say 300. So we'll probably be in that mid range to start, probably around 170 to 220 in the beginning.
And how many sizes are you imagining offering?
It's a really good question. I mean, our real goal is to really be able to cater to women of all different sizes. So I guess figuring out that range is really what we're trying to figure out. We're hoping to offer a wider variety of maybe fits that are currently on the market or that are harder to find. So we have to find that balance, I suppose you could say.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for some great answers, for a great pitch. That takes us to the end of our pitches this evening. We're going to start moving into voting for the winner this evening. Now, Nick, I'll just say this out loud here. You gave me the link to post. However, we're going to direct people right to the description section, below the stream to navigate over to Founders Live and vote, right?
Yeah. So first of all, great job, everyone. Great pitches. It's awesome to see such a collection of just talented people and great pitches. Thank you so much. Always great job. For everyone watching, and again, these are links. You can share them out. We want votes here, and we want to see people taking action. We will post a QR code. Josh, we actually have, if you look right below this video box, if you're watching on a laptop or a desktop, the description section of this YouTube area, there is a link right there. It says voting. Click it. It'll take you right to the voting poll. Again, if you're new, you're going to need to sign up real quick, or sign in if you've already joined. Also, if you can try this, post that link to the voting poll in the comments on YouTube and see if it works, and maybe people can just click that. But this is just a web page that we vote on. So you can hold your phone to that and scan it real quick as well. We're going to spend a few minutes to vote, and we're going to bring Drint back, and we're going to have a little bit more music and entertainment. So we'll take about 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll do some voting. So get on it. And then Drint, if you guys can hear us and you're there, let's pull you back in.
Can you hear us?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. We could. Yeah, there you go. I'll get out of the way. You might be sharing the screen with the QR code. No offense. We are both equally important. So let's go ahead. Let's have you tell us a little bit about your next song, your last piece for tonight.
Our last song. This is the completion of the project. This is called Love Me Crazy. Telling the story of someone that loves you unconditionally, loves you no matter your faults and no matter what. And I've learned the two, that can be anyone. That could be yourself, that could be God, that could be your lover, so it's subject whatever, but
yeah,
I love
to
it.
Interpretation. Yeah, I love it. All right, you guys, go for it.
Sick. Hey. All right, listen. You dedicate your heart and time to deal with this heart of mine, and I'm so glad God gave me you. I'll be quick to start a fire, quick to start a riot, but you stay right by my side. Baby, I'm sorry, I mess up a good thing. Baby, I'm sorry, I be all up in my feelings. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm just working on my healing. None of that matters to you. 'Cause you love me, baby. Yeah. 'Cause you love me, baby. Alright. Even though I drive you crazy. 'Cause you love me, baby. Hey, 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 hey. Every time that I get down, when this life makes me doubt, you always know just what to say. Be quick to pick me up, quick to show me love, and I promise I won't let it go to waste. That's why I'm sorry I mess up a good thing. Baby, I'm sorry I be all up in my feelings. Baby, I'm sorry, I'm just working on my healing. But none of it matters to you. 'Cause you love me, baby. Yeah, 'cause you love me, baby. Alright, even though I drive you crazy. 'Cause you love me, baby. Hey, 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 hey. 'Cause you love me crazy. Out of this world. Love me crazy. Out of this world, boy. Love me crazy. 'Cause out of this world. Love me crazy. I'm so glad you love me, baby. See, I can see it, say that you love me, darling. I know I can drive you crazy sometimes. You love me, baby. Love me crazy. Thank you guys for having me.
All right. So good. Such good stuff. Yes.
Thank you.
Double clap here. You know, to me, it's a thrill to bring on a musical act and feel good about it, enjoy it, and walk away saying, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
You never know. There's a lot of music out there, different acts. You just don't know what you're going to click with. But I really loved your stuff. I think a lot of people did tonight.
Thank you.
Just kudos to you guys. Keep on doing it. Keep on making great stuff. I love your topics, and all the success to you.
What's up? Thank you. I will say all the can I plug the socials and stuff? Do the thing.
Yeah. Please plug away. Yes.
Cool.
What do you want to share with everyone?
IG, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just Drint, JUST, DRINT, Spotify, DRINT. Stream the album. Don't Save Me is the name of the record. It's on Spotify, all the things. Yeah. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. And, you know what? I want to post it here in the comments. So when you're back in the studio, let's comment. Give me all that stuff so I can post it. Okay. I'll copy paste it over. Okay. So I'll let you go, but stick around and give me that info internally. All right.
Okay. We'll do.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. All right. Let's get a tour here. There we go.
Yeah. And I just want to say last time I checked about a minute ago, we were at a tie. So there's probably one or two people out there that hasn't voted. We're going to take one more minute. We need you to go on and vote. We got to figure this out, but let's go one more minute. We'll go back. We'll look at the votes, and maybe there'll be a change. Until that time, Josh, no secret that this is for Portland's first virtual event. How you feeling, and how do you think it's rocking at this point in time?
You know, it got better. It got better. And you told me after the sponsors, things you get into a groove. Anything you do the first time is just always, it can be clunky, right? And I thought I had it all like prepared and down, but you don't know until the event. So couple glitches earlier on, but here we are. I thought it went really well.
Yeah.
The pitches were fantastic. The energy, the questions. I think it's all there. Whether you're live or here, it's all there. So that's what I'm really happy about.
No, you did a great job. You did a great job. All right. So
let's go
at this moment in time, I just checked and we have a winner.
Yes.
And it is Cardsmith. We're gonna bring Monica back up, and everyone did it.
Monica.
Bring Monica back in.
I don't think she's around. She might have gone over to.
Well, we will bring her whenever she's ready to jog.
There she is. Hey, Monica, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, great job. It was neck and neck.
I was really torn on who to vote for. I actually wanted to vote for the person who I think got second. But I voted for myself.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
There is like nothing wrong with that. And look, I would even say like, really, if you didn't, are you really a true entrepreneur if you're not like? Right. So no, Monica is so great. Love to see this. And look, I think. Interesting question. Let's go back to like November, December. The world was different.
Mm-hmm.
The world now is in a different situation. Do you think this shift and change positively affects your vision of what you're building? And if so, why?
It definitely helps us to understand who I think is our best customer. So our traction or, signups, money, all the stuff tripled in the month of April. But a lot of people reached out to us, and I had a lot of meetings with people at really big companies looking for a solution. So it was a good boost for us. But I think more than just getting a boost in revenue, it was really getting to talk to people who had a problem that we could solve, and that was very clarifying for us. So
yeah, it's I know that we've spoken before, and I thought you got something, and it's productivity, collaboration, distributed remote work for teams, and having great products and software to help make that happen these are in our future. There's just no way around it. We need these things. So I think you're positioned well, and I think you now have a road to really build upon that. The world, like basically your product in the world is continually doing this, right? So I think you're in the right place. So good job. Josh, what thoughts, anything?
I get a kick out of the fact that we met like 3 years ago, and we were not in touch for a long time, and suddenly we reconnect. How did we reconnect? Do you remember how you found out about us, or I reached out to you?
I met with Nick, and I had coffee with Nick, and then I came to a founder. I think I might have come to the last event that you had.
Oh,
at Gray Box.
So it was
when Nick was in town.
That's right.
That was. Yeah.
That was February 12th. Was the next to last, because I had one on March 11th, and I can't believe we actually held an event, but I was getting that it was okay. And but no, that's great. And what's next? What's the next big thing for Cardsmith? Because I know you've been at this for a while, right?
Yeah, we've been at this for a while, and we're a small team. So our team is essentially 3 people. And we know what we need to do to the product. There are still things we need to do to the product. It's a valuable product, but I'm hearing the same thing over and over and over. One of the things was integrations, and that's a big lift. So the next thing for us is to raise some seed money and actually, build a team and grow the company.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see that as a 2021 thing? Are you going to grow later, or are you feeling positive about growth right now for the remainder of the year? How do you see it in light of all that's going on?
Yeah, well, we're growing right now at about like 30% month over month. But the numbers are still really small. So I'm just starting to have some early conversations with some investors. I don't know. I've been told maybe the fall is okay to raise money. But if it gets more into the holidays, then I'm into the spring of next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick, any other questions?
No, just great job, Monica. Not easy to get in this environment, and I think we're all learning new skills in real time. So great job.
Yeah, thank you for being here with this remote solution. It's been a good experience overall. So thanks.
There's a question here up for you from CC Galban. How long has it taken you to get to this point?
Way too long.
Way too long. Would you rather not say?
I'd rather not say, but since we're all friends here, it's been 5 years actually since we launched the product originally. It's been a part-time, side gig for us, but it's been 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's not a long time. That's not like.
No, look, that's fine, and it's look, there is no shortcuts to great companies in my opinion, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're good. You're good. Megan is asking, how many enterprise clients do you currently have?
Probably a dozen that I would consider enterprise. We have about 300 customers total. Most of them are individuals and really, really small teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very cool. Let's get one last one from Vish. What's your vision for Cardsmith?
Oh my gosh, my vision is that we'll have 200,000 teams using Cardsmith to be able to, make better products and also have more inclusion and diversity in the ideas and the creativity.
Yeah. And how long? What timeline
for
that?
Oh gosh, 5 years from now.
5 years. Let's do another 5. Okay. Awesome. Yep. Well, thank you, Monica. Thank you, everyone who participated tonight. I really thought it was an amazing night. We're not letting this, pandemic get in the way. I thought the virtual was as powerful as it's ever been live. Great questions, great energy from the crowd. All of you who participated, reach out to me for your winnings, whether you just participated tonight for the experience and the exposure. And obviously, Monica, for you as a winner, you get a few extras. So reach out, let me know. I'm going to let you go. Thanks again. I hope to see you over in Zoom for networking. I'll talk about that in a moment. Let me get my slides back up. I know we're running a bit late and we'll be ready. We're actually set up on Zoom to go. Real quick, join us on Instagram for cool photos and updates. Founders Life, PDX. Please head over to Zoom for networking. The link is below in the description. It should be just scroll down, boom, go. We have our host waiting for us. Thank you all for coming. Founders Eye PDX, first online event ever. I think it was great. Thank you all for joining. Really appreciate it. Virtual clap. Nick, you want to get on for a second, or? Yeah.
Great job, everyone. Great job, Josh. First time. That was some training wheels, and you got your training wheels off, man. So it's great. Just it was so fun to be here. And look, it's weird because half of me is like, this is cool. I'm actually sitting in Phoenix right now. I'm now back on the road, and it's cool to see you and be with everyone here. And I'm jumping into the networking, so please hang out, everyone, and let's chat. But I also want to give you a hug, man. I also want to give you 5, and so that sucks, but that's just the life that we have right now. But it's all good, and really excited to see Portland up and running on virtual, and you did great.
Thank you. It was not easy, but it went well, and I'm happy to have had the experience. So just give me a virtual high 10.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, people, let's head over to Zoom. Look forward to seeing everybody.
So Josh, can you make sure? It's in the description. If you guys have a problem with that, Josh, if there's a way that you can throw that link into the chat, even if it's not a clickable link, we just want to make sure that everyone has it. And it's also at last link as well. So there should be ways for you to find it. If you have a problem somehow, maybe email Josh if you want to get in. We want to see you in the chat and in the networking. It's a lot more relaxed. We can kick it and hang out.
Yeah, I'll do this. If everybody's still on, here's my cell number. Text me if you have trouble getting onto Zoom or Last Link or anything like that. Yeah, let's head on over. Let's make that happen. Thanks, everybody.
Keep it. Oh, did you put your in the comments? Did you put
Yes.
your? Yeah. Awesome. All right.
See you later. Take care.